So a couple of years ago, I found myself on the side of a curb outside of a restaurant, unable to walk in and even have lunch with my family, with people who loved me. I was so numb and empty from experiencing anxiety and intrusive thoughts for months and not talking to anybody about it that I could not even fathom going in and having a regular conversation anymore. After like 30 or 45 minutes, my family came outside and they were like, "What are you doing? Like, are you okay?" And clearly I wasn't. And so they just saw me sitting there like this shell of a human and physically carried me into their car and then took me home. And it was that day that I finally opened up about what I had been experiencing inside of my head for months. It was that day that I started the process of healing, because I actually opened up and talked about what I was feeling and what I was experiencing. And it was massive to be met with love and people who believed I could overcome that when I felt like I couldn't.
Cause when I fight, I know that I can't lose. In the face of truth, I'm stronger than you.
Another big part of my journey dealing with anxiety and overcoming it was the writing of this song, Roots and Petals, actually. It was the first song that I wrote when I was coming out of that season. And I wrote it based off of a Bible verse that I basically spoke over myself every single day until I started believing that it was true. And it's the verse that says, "For I was not given a spirit of fear, but a spirit of power and love and sound mind." And so in this chorus, it talks about the fact that when I fight, I know that I can't lose. And what that means for me and what I held on to so dearly during that time was that God has already won the victory for me. I just have to stay in the game and fight another day, and I will overcome this anxiety. I will see myself strong and powerful and full of love, even though in those moments I did not feel that at all. But I watched it happen as I wrote this song, and I kept declaring it over myself. I watched my soul and my body and my spirit rise up to meet that truth.
In the face of truth, I'm stronger than you.
I would have something really horrible or negative pop into my head, and I would latch onto it and give it power and be so afraid of what I was thinking. But something that I learned that helped me while going through that was to, in a way, accept my thoughts, and not that they were true, but that they were real and they were passing by like clouds. And so I would literally say hello and goodbye and visualize that thought passing by in my head like a cloud in the sky. Another thing that helped me overcome my anxiety was this vision God gave me. I was running in a field and I was running as fast as I could, and I could not get away from this roiling black cloud behind me. And those were all the dark things, all the scary things. And I ended up tripping in that field. And I thought, this is it, I'm going to be overcome. But God lifted me up and He helped me run the rest of the way. And so I held on to that image throughout my battle. And it gave me hope that if I'm running with Him, the darkness, the negative thoughts, all these things, they can't catch up to me. They never will.
When I fight, I know that I can't lose. In the face of truth, I'm stronger than you.
When I was going through my darkest battle, I thought that I was crazy, and I thought that I was alone, and I thought that it would never end. But it did. That's how I am able to be here on the other side, sharing my story with you. So I just want you to know that there is hope. Please keep fighting. You can't lose.
You are not alone.
You're not crazy. Your life is worth living.
We're all in this together.